Hi, hello, namaste. A very warm welcome to Bio Classes. Already we have completed that search for a genetic material. That means three interesting experiments we observed. How actually we came to know the exact chemical nature of the genetic material, right? So we observed that Griffith experiment, and next one we observed that chemical analysis of transforming principle. That means a continued part of the Griffith experiment. And next one we observed Hershey and Chase experiment. How Hershey and Chase together they confirmed, that is CT, they confirmed what exactly the nature of genetic material is. They confirmed that one. So for this Sunday examination, for NEET examination, you are going to be asked the questions up to this search for genetic material concept. That means up to Hershey and Chase experiment concept. So the questions will be there, right? What already we observed that one. Uh, First we observed what actually that DNA is. Next we observed the structure of DNA. Then next we observed how the DNA get packed inside the nucleus. And next one we observed search for genetic materials. That means different scientists have performed different experiments to find out what exactly that genetic material is. That means chemical nature of the genetic material is. Why? Because before finding out the genetic material, that means a DNA or RNA, before that, before 100 years back only, Mendel said about the characters. That means transferring of characters. So regarding that one, on those days only he told that so factors are responsible for controlling the characters. That means for inheritance. But scientists started asking the question, that themselves they started asking the question, they started different experiments to perform what exactly that biomolecule which acting as a genetic material. So that question triggered at that time. Why? Because our cell is made up of so many chemical molecules, so many biomolecules, micromolecules as well as macromolecules. So macromolecules means we are having a polysaccharide, we are having proteins, we are having the lipid, we are having the nucleic acid. Out of all the materials, which material is a genetic, which material act as a genetic material? So that was the question. So to find out that question, to find out the answer for that question, so different scientists started performing on that chemical which is acting as a genetic material. So Griffith did experiment, then Avery, McLeod, McCarthy, they continued that experiment. Then Hershey and Chase continued that experiment in a different manner. Then finally concluded DNA, it is the major genetic material. That means a nucleic acid acting as a genetic material, not other macromolecules. They came to one conclusion. But the question will be arised. Okay, DNA act as a genetic material or RNA act as a genetic material. Then what are the properties of genetic material? For any material to act as a genetic material, then it must be having some specialities. It must be having some characters. Then which are those characters? So that question will be arised. That means every molecule will be having certain characters. Say for example, just in general sense I'm telling you. If a carbohydrate acting as energy biomolecule means, then what it indicates, by breaking off carbohydrate, we should get a more number of ATP molecules. Then we can say that is the major property of that carbohydrate. Suppose if the protein acting as a structural biomolecule means, then it must be showing the property of strong bondage while constructing many structures. Then that is its major character, major property. In that sense, if the DNA or RNA, whatever it is, both are considered to be the genetic materials. If we consider any molecule as a genetic material means, it must be having some characters, it must be having some properties, it must be having some criterias. Then which are those criterias? So that is the question next. So today let me focus on those concepts, that means properties of genetic material. It is a very interesting one and very easier one and very logical one. So just you can compare a DNA versus RNA. And one more thing, you can consider this concept as a DNA versus RNA. And in the cricket match, we are going to get a Royal Challenge versus Mumbai Indians. So in that sense, DNA versus RNA. So let us start with that concept. Properties of a genetic material. So I will consider this a title in another way. DNA versus RNA. Another title. So the properties of genetic material. So we are also consider this a title as a criteria for genetic material. So all are same here. Any molecule to be considered as a genetic material. So before that one, let me consider genetic material is we are having two options, DNA and RNA. Both can act as a genetic material. But already we know DNA is the major genetic material, not the RNA. Why not? Why RNA is not a major genetic material means here we are having some reasons. But here DNA act as a genetic material, major genetic material. So thing is, if DNA or RNA acting as a genetic material means, then it must be having some special characters, some special properties. Which are those properties means the first major property present for any genetic material. The first one is stability. The first property to act as a genetic material. That biomolecule must be stable. Stability. So stability means in what sense? Structurally and chemically. Structurally and chemically. So for any molecule to act as a genetic material, best genetic material, so it must be stable. It must be having that property of stability. In what sense? Structurally and chemically it should be stable. So what it indicates? Structurally it should be strong and chemically while reacting it should be stable, not unstable. It should be stable. Now, by keeping this point, let us discuss on DNA and RNA. One thing. Okay, I'll point this side here. DNA and another side RNA, right? In a DNA, what are those nitrogen bases we are having? A, T, G, C. We are having four nitrogen bases, A, T, G, C: adenine, thymine, guanine, cytosine. That side RNA, we are having adenine, we are having guanine, we are having cytosine, but we are having a uracil instead of thymine. Here thymine is present, there uracil is present. Remaining nitrogen bases are same. That means now just one property get changed. And one thing, okay, these are the regarding the nitrogen bases. Now here the sugar is deoxyribose. For the sugar name, deoxyribose sugar, and here the sugar name is ribose sugar. That means both are pentose sugar. Here the sugar name is ribose sugar. Here also sugar name is ribose sugar. But in that ribose sugar, OH group, sorry, oxygen atom is removed from the second carbon of that sugar. From the second carbon of that sugar, oxygen atom is removed. Hence, we will consider as a deoxyribose sugar. Okay, that is another thing. Now, let us focus on these two. Here, adenine is there, adenine, remaining all bases are same. Here, thymine is there, and here uracil is present. So, what is another name of thymine? What is another chemical name of? Okay, whether thymine is a purine or pyrimidine? Yes. Whether thymine is a purine or a pyrimidine? Okay, just you only analyze. Thymine, its another name is methylated uracil. Methylated uracil is called as a thymine. That means uracil molecule, uracil ring, when it is having a methyl group, then it becomes thymine. That means methyl group is present on the uracil, then it becomes thymine. Because of presence of methyl group, so thymine is more stable than the uracil. Okay, structurally thymine is more stable than the uracil, and the remaining nitrogen bases are same. Now tell me, which side stability is more? Yes, this side, DNA side stability is more, but not RNA side. Why? Because RNA is having uracil nitrogen base. Uracil nitrogen base structurally less stable than the thymine. Hence, DNA is more stable structurally. So structurally, DNA is more stable. Okay, let me write here. DNA more stable structurally. And one more thing, another thing, in another way, DNA is more stable than the RNA. Why? Because just consider here. Here we are having a deoxyribose sugar. So we used to write the structural formula of the ribose sugar in this way, right? So we are having 5 carbons. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5th carbon ring outside. In the second carbon, here actually OH group will be present. But in the OH group, O is removed. So actually here O is present, but now that O is removed. Hence it is called as deoxyribose sugar. Now here, the first carbon, it is attached to the nitrogen base. First carbon attached to the nitrogen base. Third carbon, it will be attaching to the phosphate. Fourth carbon attached to the fifth carbon. Then that fifth carbon will attach to phosphate. Now tell me, which corner is free to react? Now the second carbon is free to react. How it is free to react means it is having OH group. That OH group is functional group. But now from the OH group, O is removed. Hence the name is deoxyribose sugar. When O get removed, this second carbon will not react. It is stable. Second corner of the sugar will not react. Why? Because there is no functional group. If it is not reacting means it is stable. Keep on thinking in your mind. Which is not reacting more, that is more stable. Which is not reacting more, that is more stable. Say for example, we are having noble gases in our periodic table. Last group, 18th group, we are having the noble gases. Helium, neon, xenon. So all these are the noble gases. Noble gases are more reactive or less reactive? Yes, noble gases are less reactive. Since these gases are less reactive, we will call those gases are more stable gases. Keep one concept in your mind. Less reactive, more stable. Less reactive, more stable. More reactive, less stable. Now here this sugar is less reactive. Which is sugar? Deoxyribose sugar. Hence here DNA is more stable. So because of that reason, DNA is more stable. But in case of RNA, OH group is as it is, hence we will consider as a ribose sugar. Hence, this sugar is reactive. When sugar is reactive, that RNA is reactive. Why? Because sugar is present in the RNA. When that RNA is reactive, then we will consider as a less stable. RNA is less stable. Why? Because it is reactive. So now, one line we will consider here as RNA is less stable. So DNA more stable, RNA less stable. So stability means we are considering two ways, structurally and chemically. Chemically we understood. Why? Because inside here thymine present, there uracil present, here deoxyribose, there ribose sugar. Hence chemically DNA is more stable than the RNA. But here one more term we are using, structurally. Structurally which one is more stable? That is next question. DNA is structurally more stable than RNA. DNA is structurally more stable than RNA. How? See here the question. If we consider this one as a DNA, right? This is DNA and the next one is RNA. So DNA and the next one is RNA. So we are having the nucleotides. What those center lines are? Nucleotides, not just nucleotides, base pairs. So here one line indicating one base pair. One base pair is made up of two nucleotides. So that's a common thing, already we know. So here DNA is a double stranded. But in case of RNA, so here it is a single stranded. Hence it is not having the base pairs. RNA is not having the base pair. It is having just nucleotides. So all these are nucleotides. If another strand present means then it becomes base pairs. But here just nucleotides are present. Now these nucleotides are free to react. So any molecule can come and react here. But here this side also packed, that side also packed. That means nucleotides cannot react. Hence we will say that structurally DNA is more stable than RNA. Structurally DNA is more stable than RNA. ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಒಬ್ಬರಿಗಿಂತ ಇಬ್ರು ಲೇಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಯಾವ್ದೋ ಒಂದು ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಒಬ್ಬರಿಗಿಂತ ಇಬ್ರು ಲೇಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಇನ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಒನ್ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ two strands are better for maintaining stability. Structurally DNA is more stable than RNA. Okay, so the DNA is more stable and RNA is less stable structurally as well as chemically. And one more thing here, one more thing we are going to consider. Here DNA is a double stranded, right? So that is a common thing. So RNA is that right, single stranded. Now inside all the materials get packed because of this backbone. We are having two backbones in the DNA. So any molecules which wants to react in the middle, so first it has to cross the backbones of the DNA. How many backbones we are having? Two backbones, this side and this side. In between we are having the nucleotides or base pairs. So any molecule it wants to react at the middle, first it has to react with the backbone. But backbone is strong here, it cannot react easily. So hence DNA is structurally and chemically more stable than RNA. So by keeping this stability point, DNA is best genetic material. So DNA act as best genetic material. That is one thing. You can ask the question, okay, DNA more stable than RNA. Then what is the problem with that? Why DNA is considered to be the genetic material? Why can't RNA become the major genetic material? Just we know one thing. RNA can act as a genetic material. RNA as genetic material. G means genetic material in only few viruses. Only few viruses have RNA as a genetic material. Say for example, TMV virus. TMV, tobacco mosaic virus. It is one plant virus. Already we know that one. So that virus is having RNA as a genetic material, not DNA. Or else if we consider one more example, HIV, human immunovirus. This is an animal virus causing AIDS. QB bacteriophage, like that we are having some examples. So these viruses have RNA as a genetic material, except them all other maximum organisms are having DNA as a genetic material. Okay, now why DNA a major genetic material means it is more stable structurally and chemically than the RNA. Now you can ask the question, okay, that is stable. If the material is stable means then why it has to be act as a major genetic material? Okay, stable ಇದೆ ಅದ್ಯಾಕೆ major genetic material ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಬಹುದು ನೀವು ಕ್ವಶನ್. Why? Because just keep on thinking in your mind. Let me consider the DNA and next one is RNA. Okay, now the DNA it produces mRNA. Next stage already you know, that is a transcription. So mRNA produces protein. Next what it is producing? Protein. So that protein becomes enzyme. It is modified into enzyme. From that enzyme, we are getting character. We are getting a character, or else I will consider it as a metabolism. So this is metabolism. It leads to metabolism, any chemical reaction. So metabolism, it is having one fixed pathway. So one compound converting into another compound, that compound converting into another compound. Say for example, A compound becomes B, B becomes C, C becomes D, D becomes E. Like that we are having pathway, metabolic pathway. So occurring inside our cell continuously. So for every step in the metabolic reaction, we need enzymes. We need enzymes. Enzymes are produced from the protein, that means modified from the protein. Proteins are produced from the RNAs. RNA produced from the DNA. Now think here. If DNA is not stable, if DNA is not stable means then mRNA, it's producing mRNA also not stable. Then it's producing protein also not stable. Then it's producing enzyme also not stable. Then metabolic pathway is not stable. The whole metabolism get disturbed. If the metabolism get disturbed on and on means then that organism cannot survive for longer time. So that becomes very short-lived organism. Because of that reason, TMV viruses, HIV viruses, these are the short-lived organisms having less lifespan. Okay, that is one thing. And next major property if we consider, another major property to act as a genetic material. First one, stability. Next one, it must be having the property of replication. So any material, any biomolecule to act as a genetic material, it must be showing the property of replication. Already we know one thing. A replica means producing Xerox copies. Producing Xerox copy. Say for example, one DNA producing 2 copies. 2 copies producing 4 copies. 4 copies becoming 8 copies. So this is how the number of copies increasing more. That process is replication. And that RNA also replicating. Both are replicating. But one thing is there here. During replication, so one thing, why the genetic material should be replicated means, ಸೊ ನಾವು ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ಬಯೋಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ ಅನ್ನ ಜೆನೆಟಿಕ್ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು ತನ್ನಷ್ಟಕ್ಕೆ ತಾನು ಡಬಲ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ದ ಬಯೋಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ ಇಟ್ ಮೇ ಬಿ. Suppose if the protein doubling on its own means then protein becomes a genetic material. But a protein or carbohydrate or lipid cannot duplicate on their own. ತಮ್ಮಷ್ಟಕ್ಕೆ ತಾವೇ ಡಬಲ್ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. But DNA and RNA can double or increase their copy number on their own. Hence, they are having this replication property. So, why the DNA or RNA should be replicated means, say for example, during a cell division, one mother cell becomes 2 copies, 2 daughter cells. When the mother cell divides into 2 copies, then the component present in the mother cell should be supplied to the daughter cell. Hence, the genetic material should be doubled. That means it should undergo replication. So, both are undergoing replication here. Both DNA and RNA. So both can act as, so both will show the replication process. But here one thing, DNA will replicate on its own. So that means during a DNA replication, it will also need the help of RNA. That means to produce 2 copies from one DNA, that means replication process, that replication process depending on RNA. So that is depending on RNA. And this RNA replication, that means doubling process, it may be or may not be depending on DNA. But anyhow, both the genetic materials will show the property of replication. But comparing the stability, DNA is more stable, RNA is less stable. So in that sense, DNA is the best genetic material. That means which one is more stable, that is the best genetic material. Why? Then what is the work of genetic material? The question is, what is the work of genetic material? So genetic material work is storing of information, storage of information, just like pen drive. just like that card, sorry, memory card, just like memory chip. So it is storing so many information. So if the information has to be stored means that material should be stable. Hence DNA is the best genetic material. Why? Because it is more stable. But RNA why cannot become major genetic material means RNA is not stable. Okay. So these are the 2 points okay here. And the next thing, another major property, expressibility. So any material, if it wants to become a genetic material means it must be expressed on its own. Tannastake tane express abeka material. Then it becomes genetic material. So in that sense, expressibility means here that material should express Mendelian characters or the Mendelian concept. According to the Mendelian theory, so those materials should be expressed. Say for example, Mendel studied about characters, so many characters. So he said that characters are controlled by factors. Factors are nothing but genes. Where genes are present? Genes are present in the genetic material. So that genetic material should express. How it is expressing is in this pattern. Genetic material producing RNAs, three types of RNAs, mRNA, tRNA, rRNA. So RNA is producing a protein that helps in the protein. Protein get modified into enzyme and enzyme gives one particular character. If the character produced means, then we will say it as a expressed form. So it is having expressibility. Say for example, let us consider M gene. Imagine in this DNA, I will consider this much is one gene. In this DNA, this is one gene. I will consider this gene as M gene. Here M stands for melanin gene. Imagine it is one melanin gene. Melanin means it is the pigment producing gene, black color pigment production gene. So when a melanin gene is expressed, it produces melanin protein. Melanin protein becomes a melanin pigment. That melanin pigment is giving particular color to the skin. Then the skin color becomes black. Suppose if that gene is not expressing means then the skin color becomes white. That means gene is expressing. It is having expressibility property. And genes are nothing but a DNA, that is genetic material, whether it may be RNA or DNA. But thing is that here just I told you. DNA, it has to produce a protein and that protein is expressed. DNA producing a protein, that protein becomes an enzyme or pigment or hormone, whatever it is, then it is expressed. But DNA directly cannot produce the protein, first it produces RNA. DNA directly cannot produce protein, first it has to produce RNA, mRNA, tRNA, rRNA, then RNA produces protein. If it produces the protein means, then we will consider as the expressed form. It is expressed. Now tell me, DNA is expressing by producing protein, but first it has to produce what? It has to produce RNA. Then what we can consider here is that DNA, it is having expressibility property through RNA. Through RNA. That means earlier RNAs were helpful for that whole expressing properties. But DNA is expressing here. DNA is showing the characters through what? Through production of RNA. So RNA is intermediate here. So one thing we can consider that both the DNA and RNA can express. Both the DNA and RNA can express. But the DNA depending on RNA for expression for expressibility. Now in this form, if we consider RNA is a genetic material, best genetic material. Comparing this expressibility property, RNA is a best genetic material than a DNA. but it is less stable. It is not more stable, right? And one more interesting, let us consider the fourth property. So the genetic material should show the property of mutation. Already you know, mutation means sudden change in the genetic material or change in the genetic material. Let us consider. Mutation means change in the genetic material. Change in the genetic material means in the DNA or RNA, there must be change chemically. Chemical means inside the nucleotides, whether base pair or sugar or phosphate, whatever the molecule is going to be changed. Then that change will consider as a mutation. And here genetic material should show the mutational property. Why it has to show the mutational property means because of mutation only we are getting variation. What we are getting? Variation, change. And because of these variations only we can see the evolution property. That means whole evolution is because of this variation, change in the DNA. Say for example, from the ape organism we have become the human being through a large amount of duration, large amount of time, huge amount of time. Eras have been gone there. So if you consider that evolution property, say for example, if you consider our ancestral form, Dryopithecus, Australopithecus, Ramapithecus, Homo erectus, Homo habilis, Homo erectus, Cro-Magnon man, Neanderthal man, then Homo sapien. So we are having so many forms. Step by step, we have been changed continuously. That process is evolution. How we changed means first our DNA get changed. How that DNA get changed means by the mutation property. So collection of so many changes in the DNA, collection of so many mutation or collection of so many variation lead to the evolution. Why the organism has to be evolved? That is the next question. ಯಾಕೆ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಆರ್ಗಾನಿಸಮ್ ಅಂತ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Why? Because our surrounding environment is not constant. It is changing continuously. How the environment is changing, to adapt to that environment, we also show the variation. We also has to change. We have to change there. So for that changing, there must be mutation in the genetic material. The material which will not show the mutation, that is not as a genetic material. So in that sense, DNA shows less mutation than RNA shows more mutation. DNA shows less mutation, RNA shows more mutation. That is the next question here. Sorry, the next thing here, statement. Just I written two statements here. Compare this statement here. Now it is vice versa. DNA more stable. Here DNA less, it shows less mutation. RNA less stable. RNA shows more mutation. That means what is the relation between stability property and mutation property? Vice versa. That property is vice versa. Stability more, mutation less. Stability less, mutation more. Now DNA is more stable, hence it will show less mutation. So just compare here. So DNA is more stable, hence DNA is showing less mutation. So here the DNA is more stable, hence it is showing less mutation. Here RNA is less stable. RNA is less stable, hence RNA is showing more mutation. That means mutation and stability over having, so vice versa combination, that relation. ಅದನ್ನ ನಾನು ಹೇಳೋದು, ಯಾವುದು ಬಹಳ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೋ ಅದು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ದಿನ ಸ್ಟೇಬಲ್ ಆಗಿರೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ನಾಟ್ ಶೋ ದ ಸ್ಟೆಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ ಮೋರ್. ಯಾವುದು ಬಹಳ ಸ್ಟೇಬಲ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೋ ಅದು ಸ್ಲೋ ಆಗಿ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗ್ತಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಆಗಿ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. Its mutation property is less. So in that sense, here DNA is best. DNA is best genetic material. Why? Because it will show the less mutation. Continuously speed it is, if it is changing means, then just I told you, it will not be adjusted with metabolic pathway. It will not be adjusted with metabolic pathway. Say for example, our grandfather, his grandfather, four grandfather, father, grandfather. That means if we consider several generations back, what they were eating, that food only we are eating now. But the form of the food may be changed. That same food we are eating. That means our metabolic pathway, our ancestral metabolic pathway was same. Metabolic pathway same. Why? Because their DNA and our DNA almost the same. That is not changed much. Why? Because it is showing less mutation. Why? Because it is more stable. Suppose if our DNA changed to our next generation means, then our next generation metabolic pathways will be changed. Then the entire lifestyle will be changed. Then that organism cannot become more suitable for this competitive environment. So for that reason, DNA, it is the best genetic material compared to RNA. So in the mutation point of view, right? So considering all these properties, considering the stability property, considering the replication property, considering the accessibility property, considering the mutation property, in most of the forms, DNA is considered to be the best genetic material than RNA. So that is the DNA versus RNA. Then both are acting as a genetic material. So these genetic materials we can define in two ways. Let me write here. DNA, this is acting as storage of genetic information. That is the best thing. DNA, it helps in storing of genetic information. That means, see here, how many characters we are showing daily throughout our lifespan. All those characters are present in the hidden form in the DNA. DNA has stored all the information. Say for example, in our mobile, we are having 5,000 photos. ಒಂದು 5,000 ಫೋಟೋಸ್ಗಳಿದಾವೆ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ರಿ. And those 5,000 photos have been picked from, that means we have captured all those 5,000 photos since 3 years. ಒಂದು 3 ವರ್ಷದಿಂದ ಒಂದು 5,000 ಫೋಟೋ ತೆಗಿತಾ ಇದೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ರಿ. All the 5,000 photos have been stored in the mobile in the form of small that memory card. ಇಷ್ಟೇ ಮೆಮರಿ ಕಾರ್ಡ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಅಷ್ಟು ಪಿಕ್ಚರ್ಸ್ ಗಳು ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತವೆ. That means that memory card is acting as storage of that information. Here DNA, it is the storage of genetic information. Then RNA, what about RNA? How we can define RNA in this way? RNA, this is it is the best for transferring of genetic information. It is helpful for storage of genetic material. It is best for transferring of genetic material, genetic information. Just here, DNA will express, that means transferring of, sorry, DNA expressing means, so it will show that genetic information outside. How? In the form of protein. So DNA is having one hidden information. That hidden information is expressed in the form of protein. That is genetic information. Through what? Through RNA. Hence we will consider RNA helps in the transferring of genetic material information, not storing of genetic material information. Who will store genetic information? DNA will store the genetic information. So who will store the genetic information more, then that is the best genetic material. Hence DNA is the best genetic material compared to RNA. right? We can consider the properties in this way here. And one more thing we can consider, genetic material must be present in all living forms. If we consider any material as a living means, it must be having genetic material. That means genetic material should be present in all the living forms. Whether it is a prokaryotic cell or whether it is a eukaryotic cell or that is in between or it may be out of that box. So it must be having genetic material. That genetic material should be present. Say for example, we are having the genetic material. Unicellular organisms are having genetic material, bacteria, viruses, fungi, algae, cyanobacteria, actinomycetes, plants, human beings. So all the creatures are having genetic material. But all the cells, all the organisms cannot have all other biomolecules in the same way. Those other biomolecules may be present or may not be, but genetic material should be present compulsory. Say for example, if we consider virus, just in that sense, we are going to elaborate. If I consider virus, say for example, HIV virus. So that HIV virus is having RNA, then it is having one envelope outer side. And this envelope, it is made of a protein. It is made of what? Protein, majorly. Then inside it is having that RNA. That means it is having the genetic material. But it is not having the cytoplasm. It is not having other biomolecules. It is not having other organic other molecules or inorganic molecules. But it is having compulsory genetic material. Now the genetic material is RNA. ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರೋದೇನಂದ್ರೆ ಉಳಿದಿದ್ದೆಲ್ಲ ಬಯೋಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು ಇರ್ಲಿಕ್ಕಿಲ್ಲ, ಬಟ್ ಜೆನೆಟಿಕ್ ಮಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಇರಲೇಬೇಕಂತ. ಯಾವ್ದು ಕಂಪಲ್ಸರಿ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಸೆಲ್ದಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೋ ಅಥವಾ ಯಾವ್ದು ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಸೆಲ್ಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಇದು ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗಿ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೋ, ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲಿಂಗ್ ಆಲ್ ದ ಮೆಟಾಬಾಲಿಕ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟೀಸ್, then that is considered to be the genetic material. What it is considered as genetic material, right? So these are considered to be the major properties or the criteria for any biomolecule or any macromolecule to act as a genetic material. You ಇರಲೇಬೇಕಂತ properties, right? So in the next class, let us focus on the world of RNA. The world of RNA. So what actually that RNA is? So types of RNAs and regarding other few things, interesting things regarding the RNA. So we can focus in our next class. Yes. Thank you.